sausage from my BCD and wrapped it around Elena's torso as fast as I could. My hands shook so bad I could barely tie the knots, but I got it secured around her chest and under her arms. The shark bumped us again, way harder this time, its rough skin scraping my back raw, but it seemed confused by the weird yellow thing wrapped around Elena and backed off a few feet. I fumbled for my dive knife strapped to my leg, my fingers numb and clumsy from exhaustion. When the shark came close again, I slashed at the water, making as many bubbles and as much noise as possible. The blade cut through nothing but water, but the commotion made the shark retreat temporarily. Those few seconds let me think while I held Elena's unconscious body against me with one arm. Then I remembered reading something about sharks being sensitive to electrical fields from their prey. I dug frantically through my BCD pockets with my free hand, stuff floating away into the water. My dive computer was still attached to my wrist, the screen still glowing faintly. When the shark came at us again, I pressed the computer right against its snout as it approached. The shark jerked away violently like it had been shocked and disappeared into the deeper water. The sun was touching the horizon now, painting everything orange and red. I knew once it got dark we were done for because I wouldn't see the shark coming anymore. My legs could barely move, just tiny kicks to keep us from sinking completely. I pulled the octopus hose from my regulator and tied Elena to me, wrapping it around both our waists. If I passed out now, we'd both sink together, but at least I wouldn't lose her in the dark. The knots took forever with my torn-up hands, but I got us connected. Complete darkness fell within minutes, and suddenly I couldn't see anything at all. The shark was still there, though, because I felt it brush past my legs every few minutes. Each time my whole body tensed up, waiting for the bite that didn't come. I started talking to Elena constantly, telling her about our wedding day 6 months ago, how beautiful she looked walking down that beach in her white dress, how we danced until 3 in the morning and her dad cried during his speech. My voice was the only thing keeping me awake through the burning pain in my ankle and shoulder. Hours passed in total blackness, with only the sound of waves slapping against us. My own breathing sounded so loud and ragged in my ears. Elena's body temperature had dropped, so much she felt like ice against my chest. I pressed her as close as I could, trying to share whatever warmth I had left. But I was getting cold, too. That deep cold that comes from inside your bones. My teeth chattered so hard I bit my tongue and tasted blood. The waves kept washing over our faces, and I had to constantly adjust Elena's position to keep her airway clear. At some point, I saw a small light way off in the distance, maybe a boat or a plane. I tried to blow the whistle attached to my BCD, but my lips were so swollen and cracked I couldn't make a seal. The pathetic wheeze that came out wouldn't have been heard 10 feet away. The light moved across the horizon and disappeared, taking my hope with it. I kept talking to Elena anyway, describing the house we were going to buy next year, the big kitchen she wanted, and the garden where we'd grow tomatoes. My voice got weaker until I was just whispering against her ear. Dawn started breaking finally, and I could see Elena's face for the first time in hours. Her skin was gray like ash, and her breathing was so shallow, I pressed my ear to her chest. Her heart was still beating, but barely, these tiny flutters that scared me more